Today we will hear about a very sad event. After the Last Supper, Jesus went with his disciples to a place called Gethsemane and prayed.
He knows what is going to happen to him, and the time is near. He was worried, and Jesus was sad.
Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will.
Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping.
Simon, are you sleeping? Could you not keep watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation.
Once more, he went away and prayed. When he came back, he again found the disciples were sleeping. So Jesus left them and went away once more and prayed the third time, saying the same thing. Then he returned and said to his disciples,
Are you sleeping? Enough! The time has come! Get up! Let's go! Here comes my betrayer!
While he was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived. Leading a large crowd armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests and the elders of the people, Judas the betrayer kissed Jesus.
Rabbi,
My friend, do what you came for.
Then the men stepped forward and arrested Jesus. Then Simon Peter, who had a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant, cutting off his right ear.
Lord, should we take our sword? Put your sword away. Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me?
Then the soldiers took Jesus to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the teachers of the law and the elders are assembled. Peter followed him at a distance, right into the courtyard of the high priest. The chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin were looking for evidence against him so that they could put him to death, but they did not find any. Then some men stood up and gave their false testimony against him.
Are you going to answer? What is the testimony these men are bringing against you? Tell me, are you the Messiah? The Son of the Blessed One?
I am, and you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven.
Blasphemy! We do not need any more witnesses. Crucify him!
They all condemned him as worthy of death. Then some began to spit at him, struck him with their fists, and the guards took him and beat him.
Now Peter was sitting out in the courtyard, and some people came to him.
You were also with Master Jesus.
I don't know what you are talking about.
This fellow was one of them.
No, I don't know the man. You are surely one of them. Your asses flew away. No, I don't know the man.
Immediately a rooster crowed. Then Peter remembered the words Jesus had spoken. Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times, and he went outside and wept bitterly.
The men who were guarding Jesus began mocking and beating him. They blindfolded him and demanded,
Hey, prophecy, do you know who hit you, huh?
And they said many insulting things to Jesus.
Now Judas saw Jesus was condemned. He regretted and returned the 30 silver coins to the chief priests and elders.
I have sinned, for I have betrayed innocent blood. Very early in the morning, Jesus was bound and handed over to Pilate.
Are you the king of the Jews?
Yes, it is as you say.
Are you going to answer? See how many things they are accusing you of.
But Jesus still did not answer, not even a single charge. And Pilate was amazed. Now it was the custom at the feast to release a prisoner whom the people requested. A man called Barabbas was in prison with the insurrectionists who had committed murder in the uprising. The crowd came up to him and asked Pilate to do for them what he usually did.
Which one of you do you want me to release to you? Barabbas or Jesus, who is called Christ?
Don't have anything to do with that innocent man, for I have suffered a great deal today because of him.
Pilate released Barabbas to them. He had Jesus flogged and handed him over to be crucified. Then soldiers led Jesus away into the palace. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him. They were now at the place called Golgotha.
Hey, King of Jews! If you're the King of Jews, save yourself!
They spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him.
When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots to see what would each get. Above Jesus' head, they placed the written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews.
2 robbers were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by shaking their heads insulted Jesus again and again. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God.
From the 6th hour until the 9th hour, darkness came over all the land. And at the 9th hour, Jesus cried out in a loud voice,
My God, why have you forsaken me?
With a loud cry, Jesus breathed his last.
The curtain of the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom.
The earth shook and the rocks split.
There was a man called Joseph. He went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Joseph bought some linen cloth, took down the body, wrapped it in linen, and gathered it in a tomb cut of rock. Then he rolled a stone against the entrance of the tomb. The next day, Pilate sent some soldiers to secure the tomb by putting a seal on the stone.
It was the third day when the Sabbath was over, so Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, bought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. So they went to the tomb.
There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven and, going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. The angel said to the woman,
Mary, wait, I will come with you.
Mary Magdalene, what do you have in your hand?
I have brought a mixture of myrrh and spices to embalm the Lord Jesus' body, but I am not sure how we can roll away the big stone from the entrance of the tomb.
I do not know how we can get inside, but I am the Lord's servant. May his word be fulfilled.
So bright!
Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he had laid. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you. He has risen.
Hurry! Let's go back to the disciples. Tell them the good news. He has risen. He has risen from the dead. He has risen indeed.
So the woman hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy. Jesus was born for you and me. Jesus died on the cross for you and me. Today he is with us and will be with us till the end.
Jesus is alive.
He's alive.